Alrighty, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Good evening to NASCAR Heat 3 fans, and welcome to the Motorsports Game Clash for the LF Truck Series, and we will be racing tonight at Kansas. Today's race will be 200 laps, 300 miles. It's 2 times tire wear. Stages and cautions will be on for tonight's race, and stability help will be off. So, and we have 11 drivers racing tonight. I believe one of them will not make it tonight. We will have Hughes in the 7, Brett in the 00, Larson Fan in the 89, Limestone in the 35, Motorsport in the 88, Arrow in the 23, HS Racing in the 22, Egg NASCAR in the 4, Rowdy in the 98, Bob in the 05, not the 05, the 5, and GU in the 74. We are glad that you are here with us tonight, and welcome to the Motorsports Game Clash at Kansas for the LF Truck Series. Should be one heck of a night tonight. Glad y'all are in chat having fun, and we are going to have some fun tonight. 200 laps, 300 miles. Let's go have some fun today. Invites will be sent in 2 minutes, so we will be going shortly. Hello, Larson Fan 842, Racing Fan 2442. How you doing, Anthony Mullis? How you doing? We will be going in just momentarily. Invites will be sent at approximately at around. All right, so let's just see here. Larson Fan messaged me on Twitter, so Motorsport, Hughes, and Bob are streaming. Okay, so I'll be watching Hughes' stream for tonight. Hughes, let's see, Hughes moves. Alright, here we go. Alright, so invites will be sent in just 1 minute. So, we're glad you're here with us tonight, and we will be having some fun tonight. 200 laps, 300 miles at Kansas Speedway. This is the Clash race, so we will only have 11 drivers racing tonight. And if y'all want to know that the season actually starts mid-October, I think it's like October 14th, I believe. So, we're glad you're here with us tonight. Let's have some fun tonight. And we have 3 drivers streaming the race tonight. Motorsports-Games, the sponsor for tonight's race. Hughes Moves. Hughes' channel is Hughes Moves Gaming. Go subscribe to him. Also to Motorsport-Games and Y&R Bob. But Y&R Bob actually changed his names, and he changed it to to Skirt Bob. So we're glad you're here with us tonight. Let's go have some fun tonight. Alright, invites should be sent in just a minute. Yes, I remember the driver roster. Alright, here we go. Larson Fan just sent the invites to everybody. To everybody in the race. 100% 2 times tire wear. And fuel consumption, stages, and cautions will be on. Alright, and also guys, my internet is kind of bad, so if this stream does cut out, I will have to restart my PS4 and try that again. But if my stream does cut out, just go watch Hughes Moves, Motorsport-Games, or Y&R Bob's stream if my stream does cut out. So we're glad you're here with us tonight. So let's go have some fun. Okay, yeah, I know, Larson Fan. I know, I'm not joining. So 14 seconds. All right. So let's go to esports. All right. Okay, they are in the lobby now. We are about to start the race. Let's go ahead and join their lobby now. And hope you guys have a good night tonight. Let's go have some fun tonight. Here we go. All right, here we go, boys. They are about to start the qualifying race. I'm watching Hughes' stream on my iPad, and I'm watching y'all stream on the phone. Remember, we're doing a pace lap. Okay, Larson fam, that's fine. So take one lap away from the 200. So that's 199 laps that they will be doing, and that'll be 298.5 miles. So we're glad you're here with us tonight. Here we go, boys. And let's have some fun tonight. Here we go. 8 drivers racing, and they're doing a pace lap. So wait for everybody to get sorted out here. So the qualifying. So let's just make sure of where everybody is starting the race. So everybody is doing a pace lap as of now, and we're glad to see y'all in chat. This should be a fun race tonight. And like I said, we have everybody on the roster here tonight. We have Brett on the pole with Larson Fan starting second, HS Racing starting third, Arrow starting in fourth. Fifth is Motorsport. Sixth is the 35 of Limestone. Seventh is the number 5 of Bob, and the number and your last place starting spot is the number 7 of Hughes Moves. We're glad you're here with us tonight. Here we go, coming to the green flag tonight, guys. And here we go, boys. The clash for the LF Truck Series. Here we go, boys. Coming to the green flag, and the green flag is in the air. We're racing at Kansas. Going into turn number 1, it looks like the 00 of Brett is holding on to that lead for now. Side by side for fourth, beginning to heat up with the 23 and 22 of Arrow and HS Racing. Down into turn number 3 for the first time, and here we go, coming out of turn number 4, and here comes Larson Fan to the inside, and he's not going to make it stick as Brett, not a tree, will lead lap number 1 here at Kansas. Going into turn number 1 now, looks like, and Brett gets a little bit loose on the that's not Brett. That's Larson Fan actually getting a little bit loose on the apron, and Hayes is on the apron a little bit. He saves that car though as Hughes Moves hit the wall there off at 4, and that is a caution as we have caution number 1 here at lap number 2. Wow, very interesting to start off the clash tonight. So this is just lap number 2, guys. We still got 198 laps to go. We still got 198 laps to go here tonight. Here in tonight's race, stages 1 and 2 will be 45 laps each. I think stage 2 is a little bit more extended, but so Brett Not a Trey will be your leader. Larson Fan will actually pit. So that's going to put Arrow on the front row with Limestone in third, Motorsport-Games in fourth, and YNR Bob rounding out the top 5 after green flag pit stops. Cycle out. Nope, and no Bob will actually pit. So here we go. We'll have Brett on the front row with Arrow, and Limestone and Larson Fan on row number 2. Green flag back in the air here at Kansas. Going into turn number 1 now. Looks like Brett Not a Tree trying to get holding on to the lead for now as here comes Limestone, that number 35, Spark Energy's Chevy Camaro, trying to go on the inside for the race lead, and it looks like Limestone is going to try and make that move. He's not going to be able to do it. Side by side for second, starting to heat up with the 88 and 35. Limestone trying to hold on for that second spot as well. Oh, Hughes out of line, almost out of there. He holds on to it for now, but oh, the 88 hits the wall a little bit. He holds on to that third spot as Limestone is going to do the slide job of Motorsport, not going to make it stick as we have a 3-wide battle going on for second place. Not anymore now. It looks like Motorsport going to the inside, try to make the move on Brett, but not going to make it stick. Hughes Moves just laying back there right now. It looks like Brett is going to hold on and lead that lap as we have the 88 of Motorsport in second, as we have a battle for third heating up with the 35 of Limestone, and nope, he holds on to that third spot as we have let's see, hold on, as they are all just single file out through the field, as it looks like the 89 of Larson Fan, 8842 go on the inside of Aero Racing Designs. He's gonna try and get him, not close enough, as Aero will try to hold on to that top 5 as he hits the apron there a little bit, as the number 5 of Y&R Bob trying to make it 3 wide, as it looks like Larson Fan's gonna try to go up on Aero Racing Designs. He ain't gonna make the pass, as here comes Bob on the inside of Larson Fan for 7, as Aero actually hits Hayes a little bit. Hayes holds on to that car as he's gonna fall back to at least 6th or 7th place, as Aero he gets into Larson Fan just a little bit. Larson Fan holds on to it for just a split second, as the battle for the lead trying to heat up a little bit with Motorsport in the 88 and Brett in the 00. And Larson Fan does the slide job on Aero. He ain't gonna make the pass. Larson Fan gonna fall back to I believe 5th place on that one, as HS Racing is gonna as Aero hits the wall a little bit. And it looks like Aero is gonna hold on to that car, as Hayes will fall back to 7th, and Aero will hold on to that 5th spot. And we got a battle for the lead starting heat up, and you got a new race leader here at Kansas, and it is Motorsport-Games in the number 88. Not for long, here comes Brett onto the inside for the race lead. Limestone is loving this battle back here. If these two get together, then Limestone possibly will probably take the lead if the caution does come out. As Brett is he's gonna get a little bit of a nudge on Limestone to keep it going for now, and Hayes loose off of 4, not that close enough. The top. So let's take a look at your rundown as of now. You have let me actually take a look at the roster that Larson Fan sent me. So even though all the drivers' names is actually at the top of your screen as they progress. So let's take a look at the driver roster as of now. So it looks like we have Motorsport-Games as the leader in the number 88. His second place is Brett Not a Tree in second place. Third place is Limestone Butter in the 35. Fourth place is Larson Fan 8842 in the 89. Aero Racing Designs in the 23 in fifth. Y&R Bob in the fifth spot, in the sixth spot in the number 5. Seventh place right now is the number 7 of Hughes Moves, and in 8th place is HS Racing. Well, pretty much sorted out through the field, and Motorsport hits the wall a little bit. That's going to open the door for Brett Not a Tree to make the move, and Brett will go back to the lead here at Kansas. Motorsport-Games trying to hold on to that lead. He wants to win this race. He wants to sorry about that. He wants to win this race just to improve extra sponsorship. And here comes Motorsport onto the inside for the race lead. And can he complete the pass? Yes, he will. And Motorsport slides up in front of a little bit, and Motorsport will lead that lap. New leader. And Brett hits the wall a little bit. That's going to open the door for Limestone to take the second spot. And yes, Limestone will take the second spot. And we got a battle for fourth heating up with Larson Fan 842 and Aero Racing Designs. And look further back, it looks like Y&R Bob, Hughes, and HS Racing trying to do a little bit of slice and dicing out there, as Brett Not a Tree is going to go to the apron, and Larson Fan going to try to make the move underneath Brett Not a Tree below the apron. Can't make the passes. Aero hits the wall a little bit, and Aero actually shuts the door on Larson Fan 8842, and he's going to hold on to that, spot. Battle for fourth heating up with Larson Fan 842 and Brett Not a Tree. And it looks like Larson Fan 842 is going to go to the inside of Brett Not a Tree. Can he complete the pass? No, he will not. So they will stay pretty much single file for the most part. Just for 6th, 7th, and 8th, just further on back. Looks like a lot of people actually like to use the high line, as AK, also known as the Larson line, here at Kansas. But we're glad you're here joining us today. They will be possibly joining into their fuel window, possibly. And it looks like Looks like Motorsport's going to hold on to the lead with Limestone second, Arrow third, and here we go, second place, a battle for second, and it looks like, can Arrow complete the pass on Limestone? And yes, he does. Arrow Racing Designs up to second in that number 23. As the top 5 is starting to break away from the pack back there with Hughes, HS Racing, and Bob. Excuse me. It looks like second star to heat up again, and here comes Arrow Racing Designs on Limestone Butter. And it looks like they're going to go 3 wide almost. Looks like they're going to go 3 wide almost, and here comes Larson Fan pushing Brett Not a Tree. And a little contact there. Oh, Arrow way up there up on the racetrack. Can he hold on to it? Yes, he can. And it looks like he may lose the 4th spot to Larson Fan 842 as we have a battle. Continue to heat up for 4th, as looks like we have a battle for heating up for second. Nope, not quite. A little bump there for Arrow Racing Designs on Brett Not a Tree, but if these guys if those guys keep battling with the 35, 00, 23, and 89, then that's just gonna let Motorsport just pull away. It looks like Limestone hits the wall a little bit, and he's gonna give the nudge to Brett Not a Tree, and he's gonna almost make it 3 wide over there. It looks like Larson. Oh, it looks like Larson Fan tried to make the move on Arrow, but not quite enough. But we're playing pretty much single file after the field. Let's take a look further back with these 3 guys. But looks like YNR Bob is getting a little bit of a nudge to Hayes, as Hayes almost spun out on that one. As the top 5 continue to break away here at Kansas. And it looks like, oh, Hughes actually a little bit of a wall riding back, a little bit of a high side running here at Kansas, and it looks like Motorsport only has 15 laps on his fuel, so they will be entering their fuel window and possibly in about 15 to 20 laps possibly. So it looks like, oh, when you got a battle for second heating up right now, and it looks like Limestone is going to hold on to that second spot as we have a 3rd place battling heating up with Arrow Racing Designs and Brett Not a Tree. Arrow Racing Designs holding on to that 3rd spot on the top. It looks like they almost made contact out of there off of turn 2, but they hold on to it for now as Motorsport holding on to the lead as they start to pull away. 3 wide now for the oh, and they make contact, and Arrow goes around. Brett Not a Tree also goes around, and will that be a caution? No, it will not, as we will stay green as Arrow and Brett Not a Tree are wrecked. Very unfortunate there for Brett Not a Tree and Arrow Racing Designs. I don't even know what happened back there, but Motorsport holds on to the lead for now with Limestone in second as we have a battle for 3rd. Starting to heat up a little bit with the 7 of Hughes Moves, the 5 of YNR Bob, and the 22 of HS Racing, and we have a battle for 4th heating up with HS Racing going to the bottom of YNR Bob, but can't complete the pass. Look. HS Racing holds on to that spot for now, as we have the 89 of Larson Fan 8842 onto pit road, and he's probably gonna make a 4-tire pit stop, gas and go possibly for him, as the top 5 is right now Motorsport-Games in the 88. Second place is Limestone Butter in the number 35. 3rd place is the 7 of Hughes Moves. 4th is YNR Bob in the number 5, and rounding out the top 5 is HS Racing. It looks like, Brett Not a Tree also on pit road. He's going to pull out, and it looks like, I believe Larson Fan probably got a penalty on pit road. Larson Fan actually did get a speeding penalty, so that cost him 15 seconds, so that's going to put him way back there you could actually, whenever you come off a pit road, you can actually just come out onto the track whenever you want. Just make sure whenever you're clear. But battle for second started heat up with Hughes Moves and Limestone Butter, as Hughes is going to try to make the move onto the outside of Limestone Butter in that number 35. And Hughes Moves will hold on to that second spot as he pulls away and gets that second spot. And it looks like here comes the leader, Motorsport-Games, onto pit road. The leader is onto pit road now. And that is going to hand over the lead to the number 7 of Hughes Moves. Battle for second, holding on, heating up now with the number 5 of Y&R Bob and the number 35 of Limestone Butter. It looks like Hughes is going to try to pull away unless I think some of them are probably going to come in now because the tires can wear pretty quick here on mile and a half. So, look, oh, yep, here comes Limestone onto pit road. He better not speed. And yeah, and it looks like he'll be fine. So, the two guys that are basically fighting for the lead as of now is the number 7 of Hughes Moves and the number 5 of Y&R Bob. As they are actually catching up to lap traffic now, and that is the number 89 of that Morgan Shepherd card of Larson Fan 8842. And like I said, this is a 200 lap race here at Kansas, and here comes the 7 of Hughes Moves, and I think he probably sped on the pit road. I think he has probably sped on the pit road. He probably got busted for speeding. So let me just look back on his stream just to make sure, because I think he probably sped. I think he did. I think he probably sped. Nope, he's fine. Nope, he's fine. So, looks like Arrow is also on pit road, and looks like Motorsport-Games is right now in the 5th spot. Let's just see here. Hughes is just making his way onto pit road. Let me just get onto Y&R Bob's stream just to make sure. AKA best driver in the LF Truck Series. So it looks like Y&R Bob is going to hold on to the lead for now, as he has not come to pit road yet. Let me see. I believe he'll probably go to pit road now, as Hughes Moves is right now in the 2nd spot, with Motorsports in 3rd. It looks like Limestone Butter will be 4th, and HS Racing in the top 5. Green flag pit stops are still cycling around here at Kansas Speedway, as Y&R Bob is holding on to that lead for now, as there is stages in this race as he completes lap number 30. I think it's lap number 31 of 45 laps, so about 15 laps to go here in stage number 1 here in Kansas. Also, a new thing, there will be day and night transition in Heat 4 for the LF Truck Series, which a lot of people are actually looking forward to. So, good time to actually have a day and night transition, as we only have 14 laps to go in stage number 1. Will be impressed if actually Y&R Bob actually holds on, saves those tires. It actually saves fuel, because he's pretty much lapped down the whole entire field as of now. But he's actually holding on to the lead for now, unless he actually goes to pit right now. And I believe he is probably, no, he is not. So he's actually going to stay out. So he's going to stay into the lead for now, as Motorsport-Games Motorsport-Games is 2nd, Hughes Moves is 3rd, Limestone is 4th, and HS Racing in 5th. Everybody else is left down except for Y&R Bob, because Y&R Bob has not made his pit stop yet early on. So apparently apparently on mile and a half, you could actually wear your tires down really quick. And I think Y&R Bob is actually going to pit this time, and he is not. So he will stay out on that racetrack with just a couple laps to go, still to go in the in stage number 1. This is just a class race, guys. This is just a class race. Just because it says LF Truck Series in the chat, that doesn't mean we're not running trucks. So, Y&R Bob is actually the leader right now in the number 5 as of now. He has not made his green flag pit stop yet, but pit road is closed with 2 to go. But if you actually do pit with 2 to go or 1 to go in the stage, you will be black flagged, and you'll be held in your pit box for 15 seconds. Sorry about that. My nose is just a little running today, but we're glad to see y'all in chat today. I hope you guys are having this good exciting race today, as Y&R Bob only has 1 lap of fuel left in his tank, and I believe he is going to pit road this time. Sorry about my allergies, but it was really bad. But and yes, Y&R Bob is actually going to pit road out, as Motorsport-Games is going to get his lap back, save for Hughes Moves, Limestone Butter, and HS Racing. Just gotta wait until everybody gets shuffled around, as Motorsport will be your leader, as Y&R Bob will come back out onto the racetrack at Wine Bob. I don't think he got a speeding penalty. So he should be fine. So pit road speed is 45, so he should be fine for now. So as green flag pit stop cycle through, the 88 of Motorsport Games will be your leader after Wine Bob pits, and Hughes Smooths will be second. Limestone will be third. HS Racing in fourth. I don't know who's fifth as of now. So we only got about 10 laps to go in stage number 1. We're glad y'all are here tonight, and looks like Hughes is trying to gain onto Motorsport Game. Hughes is trying to gain on Motorsport Games. He's only about 1.3 seconds back now. Limestone Butter is 5.6 seconds back. HS Racing is only 5.9 back, and Aero Racing Designs is fifth with 12.5. And HS Racing now moves up into the third spot now. He's going to try to hold on to that third spot as Limestone Butter is going to try to fight him back, but no, Limestone Butter will actually lose that fourth spot unless he can at least try to do a slide job on HS Racing, but he will not. So as pit cycles through, Motorsport Games will be your leader. Hughes Moves will be second. HS Racing is now in third. Limestone Butter is now fourth. Aero Racing Designs in fifth. I don't know who is sixth on back as of now, ever since green flag pit stops. Well, Hughes Moves is actually moving up closer to the field because we only got 8 laps to go in stage number 1. Hughes Moves is now caught up to Motorsport just a little bit, as now it's just within a second of those two, as Hughes Moves really wants to get a stage win, and just to be proud of himself for all that. So Hughes Moves a little slides up just a little bit. I don't think that's going to cost him any time, but he holds on to that second spot for now, as he is only just within 7/10 on Motorsport. And Hughes Moves just hits the apron just a little bit. I don't think that's gonna really cost him. 7 to go in stage number 1. Will Hughes have any time to catch up to Motorsport Games? He has closed the gap very a lot much. He is now just within 6/10 of Motorsports. If he can at least try to go hard and at least try to go get him, he may catch him for the stage. Battle, and it looks like, yes, he is only within a half a second between Motorsport and himself. So it looks like we may have a battle heating up with just only 6 laps to go in stage 1. It's stage 1. He was holding on to that second spot for now. It looks like the 88 of Motorsport Games. And yes, it is now closed down to 4/10 now. We may have a battle for the stage win, as we only have 5 to go in stage number 1. And Motorsport goes way wide into turn number 1 and out of turn 2, and that is going to close the gap for Hughes Moves to catch up. Is that going to be enough to get around him? And yes, we will have side by side for the lead going into turn number 3. Can Hughes hold on to that lead? No, as Motorsport is going to hang on to that outside and pull and try to get him off. But Hughes is not giving up at all. He is not giving up, as he's going to try it again in 1 and 2. Motorsport slides up just a little bit. Little touch there for Motorsport, and that's going to put Hughes onto the inside of the number 80 of the 88 of Motorsport Games. He will not make the pass, and here comes Hughes way to the inside. He's not going to be able to make the pass. He ain't going to make the pass, but here comes Motorsport, and it looks like, he's may get him possibly. Not quite, but it looks as we only have just at least 3 laps to go in stage number 1. Here goes Hughes onto the inside, trying to get to the inside of Motorsport, not going to be able to make the pass. HS Racing and Limestone Butter trying to battle for that 4th spot, and Hughes hits the wall just a little bit. And Hughes is in the wall! Hughes is in the wall! Oh no! That cost his stage right there. That is going to cost his stage right there, as the 88 of Motorsport Games is going to pull away with the lead with just 2 to go in stage number 1. No caution as of now. Let's take a look further back with HS Racing and Limestone Butter. Looks like, here comes Limestone to the inside for go and try to get that 3rd spot, try to get a podium stage finish. for stage number 1, and he will not be able to complete the pass as Hayes holds on to third. 1 lap to go in stage number 1. Coming out of turn number 4. This will be 1 lap to go in stage number 1 for Motorsport-Games, and Motorsport-Games will go into turn 1 and 2 for the final time in stage 1. Out of 2 down the back straightaway for the final time in stage 1. And going into turn number 3, Hughes will not have a shot to get Motorsport-Games. He tried so hard, but not quite enough. As Hughes comes out of Motorsport-Games comes out of turn number 4 and into the quad oval, and Motorsport will win stage number 1 here at Kansas. Wow, what a crazy stage we had. We had a 2-car wreck with the 23 and the 00. I may have a talk with them possibly post race, but just a great stage win. But Motorsport holds on to the stage, and he will win stage number 1. Alrighty, boys. So it looks like let's actually take a look at the chat for now. Let's actually take a look at the chat and see who's talking in there. Let's see. Oh my gosh, come on. Good stage overall. Stage and Yee. Runnings Racing, how you doing, buddy? Sorry you couldn't be able to make it today. Everybody will actually pit except for Larson fan. That's kind of odd. And yeah, it looks like Larson fan will actually not pit. Yeah, Larson fan will not pit. So, or actually, Bob is actually. All right, so here we go. Coming to the restart zone now. Everybody is on the lead lap. It's Y&R Bob. Then it's Motorsport-Games. Then it's Hughes. Then it's Hayes. Then it's Limestone and Aero Racing Designs, Brett Not a Tree, and Larson fan. Green flag back in the air, 4 wide almost for the most part, and Limestone gets into Aero just a little bit. You know how these restarts could actually be. It looks like very crazy restart. And Limestone puts Hayes into the HS Racing into the wall. I don't think Hayes is going to be happy about that. And going into turn 2 and going into 3 and 4 right now. And Y&R Bob is going to try to hold on to that lead over Hughes' moves. And it looks like Hughes will lead that lap. Hughes will lead that lap as it's almost 3 wide, almost 4 wide for second place. And here comes Hughes, 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Brett Not a Tree after a struggling stage number 1 for him, as he's going to try to make it 3 wide going into turn number 3, and Motorsport hits the wall, and it looks like, oh, this is gonna get crazy. And a lot of contact there. Oh, Limestone gets into Larson fan 8842. And they keep it straight as of now. Looks like they're 3 wide going into turn number 3 for the fifth spot. As looks like Hayes is just hanging out back there. If all 7 those guys wreck, he may have a chance to catch back up. But it looks like Hughes Moves is going to hold on to the lead, but Aero Designs holding on for second. Brett Not a Tree trying to get onto the inside of Aero. And it looks like Aero will hold on to the second spot with Brett in third. Top 3 single file as of now. Here comes Limestone onto the inside of Y&R Bob. Hayes trying to make some aggressive moves, and Motorsport trying to catch up to him, try to give him a little bit of a shove. But Hughes Moves will hold on to that lead for now with Aero Designs in second. And it looks like a third place battle heating up with Brett Not a Tree and Y&R Bob. And Hayes hits the walls. And HS Racing hits the wall just a little bit. I don't know if Motorsport touched him or what, but that was just a little strange. And Hughes Moves will actually slide up. It looks like that's going to open the door for Aero Racing Designs at the 23, trying to take that lead. But he will not be able to complete the pass on Hughes Moves, and Hughes Moves will hold on to the lead for now, as Brett Not a Tree is actually catching up to him. Yeah, indeed. It looks like and remember back in stage number 1 is Aero Racing Designs and Brett Not a Tree actually wrecked each other out in stage number 1, screwing both of their stages out. But Hughes Moves goes way wide in turn number 1. And it looks like here comes. Oh, he gonna put. Oh, he almost contact made with Aero Racing Designs, and Hughes moves. Hughes moves gonna hold, and Motorsport hits the wall just a little bit. And can Aero complete the pass? He does the slide job on Hughes moves, and Aero will take the lead here at Kansas. Crossover move by Hughes moves, and it looks like there's a 2-car wreck back there with HS Racing and Motorsport Games. I don't know what happened back there, as the caution is out here at Kansas. Limestone actually hit the wall, got into Motorsport and HS Racing, and that's probably what caused the caution. So apparently a lot of people were complaining about the cautions in the stages early on, because NASCAR Heat 3 doesn't have like strict amount of cautions or anything like that, which they do need to fix in Heat 4. But good race overall. Hughes Moves will be your leader at the time. Aero Racing. Hughes will actually pit. Aero Racing Designs will be second. Or actually, Aero will actually be the leader at the time. Yep, and it looks like Aero will actually be the leader with Hughes Moves in second. Brett Donatree in third. Larson Fayette 8842 in fourth. Wine Bob in fifth. Limestone sixth. HS Racing in seventh. And Motorsport Games at 8th. Green flag back in the air here, Kansas, and Motorsport trying to make a little bit of a nudge to HS Racing as we get back up to racing speeds as everybody goes into turn number 1. Looks like they're going to hold on to that spot for now, but it looks like a pretty solid race overall, but little contact there, little contact. 2-car wreck, and that is Hughes Moves and Lars Fay 42, as no caution is displayed. No caution, we stay green, as Aero is going to hold on to that lead. And here comes Brett Donatree going into that second spot, trying to take it away from Weiner Bob. And it looks like Brett Donatree will not clear. And yes, he actually will clear Weiner Bob. And here comes HS Racing to the inside of Weiner Bob for the second spot. Or not second spot, third spot. As Bob will actually shut the door on HS Racing to make to complete the pass, but Brett gets a little bit loose right there. Pretty good race overall. Aero Racing Designs hold on to the lead. Brett Donatree in second. Weiner Bob in third. HS Racing in fourth. Limestone Butter in fifth. Motorsport Games in sixth. Hughes Moves in seventh. And Larson Fay 42 rounds out the 8-car field. And Weiner Bob does a little bit of a slide job on HS Racing to try to make the pass on him, but he will fail to complete that. Looks like Aero Racing Designs will hold on to the lead for now. Brett Donatree holding on back there, as we only have a 5-car breakaway as of now. Looks like Limestone hard into the wall. Limestone is hard into the wall, and he gets into Motorsport Games. Will that be a caution? No, it is not. We stay green. We stay green. And how about HS Racing cracking the top 3? The top 3 podium drivers. And it looks like Aero slides up just a little bit. That may open the door for HS Racing to catch up. HS Racing has never led a lap here at Kansas yet. And if you haven't seen his latest video, he did a championship mode at Kansas. If you haven't seen his video already, but sorry about my allergies, guys, but that was just really bad. My goodness, my allergies are bad. And it looks like Aero Racing Designs will hold on to the lead for now. Side by side for third and fifth place, heating up. HS Racing holding on to that second spot as Weiner Bob will take the third place away from Brett. To only a 4-car breakaway with Aero Racing Designs, HS Racing, Weiner Bob, and Brett Donatree. Pretty much single file out through the field. We're gonna take a little bit of a break here on. We're gonna take a little bit of a break as everybody gets sorted out here. You are listening to the Larson Fan Truck Series, your home for the Truck Series. Welcome back, everybody, to the Motorsport Game Clash 300 here at Kansas Speedway for the Larson Fan Truck Series. As we have a battle starting to heat up here at Kansas Speedway. HS Racing trying to get up to Aero Racing Designs. They did some practice races earlier today, but a lot of people actually ran like about 31 6s and 31 7s early on. But the record here is like about a 30.434, I believe, when I last checked. But if you haven't heard me before, this is Kyle Larson 42 Fan, also known as Just Norse on Twitter. Glad to meet y'all. But here we go. Battle starting to heat up. HS Racing trying to get to the bumper of Aero Racing Designs. And it looks like HS Racing trying to use the high side now. Let's go on board with HS Racing as this all settles out. And looks like HS Racing is going to put the bumper to Aero Racing Designs. Not going to be able to complete the pass. Here he goes to the inside. Not going to be able to make the pass. As 7th place starting to heat up back there with Limestone Butter or actually with Larson Fan 42 and Motorsport Games. Battle for the third spot is also heating up, and here comes HS Racing to the inside for the race lead. Can he try to at least make the pass on Aero Racing Designs? No, he will not. It looks like almost makes the pass. Almost, but not quite enough. I think he'll probably stay there for. It looks like HS Racing almost had the lead there for a second as Weiner Bob and Aero hits the wall. Aero Racing Designs hits the wall. Here comes HS Racing. Can he lead it at the line? No, he does not. Aero Racing Designs will hold on to the lead, but here comes HS Racing to the inside for the race lead. Can he complete the pass? He does. HS Racing to the front here at Kansas. Sorry about that. And it looks like Aero is not done yet with HS Racing. Here we go. Battle for the lead starting to heat up. HS Racing is not want to lose this race one bit. He is wanting to win this race. He wants to win this race so bad. But here comes Y and our Bob and Brett down a tree as he's going to make it a 4-car battle for the race lead. HS Racing is now pulling away with that race lead. Here comes Bob onto the inside of Aero, and Aero hits the wall a little bit, and Bob is going to take the second spot, and Brett will move up to third. What a struggling stage 2 for Aero Racing Designs. He got crashed out of stage number 1, and then got screwed out of this stage a little bit. Let's see if we can at least try to regain at least a couple spots and try to catch up to HS Racing, because they had such a good battle out there for the beginning for the most part. But it looks like Aero hits the wall. Looks like Aero is going to hit the wall again. But coming into turns 3, 4, HS Racing will lead another lap. And battle for the lead starting to heat up now. Looks like HS Racing is actually going to lose a little bit of momentum there. Here comes Weiner Bob, try to take the lead away. And it looks like HS Racing is at the wall. HS Racing is at the wall. He gets to the Weiner Bob. Weiner Bob is going to hold on to that, and Weiner Bob will go to the lead here at Kansas. Wow, Weiner Bob just went right past HS Racing before he hit the wall. And it looks like HS Racing will lose a lot of momentum after he hit that wall. He may have a little bit of a tire out a little bit, but he holds on to that car for now. But it looks like HS Racing is going to hold on to that podium spot for now. But and here we go to the inside. Brett down on the tree, going to the inside for the race lead. Can he complete the pass? No, he cannot. Who's going to lead at the line? It's... oh, too close to call. I think that was probably Brett. I think that might have been Brett, but I'm not quite sure. But he will hold on to that spot for now as As it looks like Y&R Bob will actually hold on to that lead, as he's going to try to block two cars at once. But here comes the 22 of HS Racing, and Bob is, I mean, not Brett is going to make the bumper onto Y&R Bob, and HS Racing holding on to that, trying to take that second spot away from Brett, not a tree. But it looks like it's going to be a close one here, and Y&R Bob will hold on to the lead going into turn number 1. HS Racing trying to hold on to that second spot, trying to battle that second spot, and Brett will hold on to that second spot. So your top 5 as of now is Y&R Bob in the number 5 Flying J, Chevy Camaro ZL1 as your leader, and HS Racing off the pace. Off the pace. I think he's actually pitting. Yes, he is, and HS Racing will go to pit road. And I didn't even catch that. AR Racing Designs also pitted. He also pitted on a pit road, as HS Racing in that 22 discount tire Ford Mustang will go to pit road. And here comes that GMS Racing number 23 out of pit road. And he better be cautious, because here comes Motorsport-Games, because he can't come out of the racetrack just like at least a car length whenever he comes out. It looks like, oh, Motorsport slowed down just a little bit for Arrow. He didn't want to hammer or anything, but here comes Limestone down to pit road. Limestone will go to pit road now. We go to Limestone stream. Limestone. Butter. Limestone butter. Yep, and he's actually live as well, so so it looks like Limestone Butter will also go to pit road and have his service. Very sorted out here at Kansas. As looks like Y&R Bob will actually hold on to the lead for now, as Hughes moves is now up to second now after being in the back with a little bit of contact back there on the early part of the stage. He wants to battle that lead again. Ever since he hit the wall in stage number 1 with just at least 3 laps to go in stage number 1, and no, Hughes will go to pit road and he will have his service, as Y&R Bob will hold on to that race lead with, I believe, let me take a look at Bob's stream and see how many laps they have to go. 12 laps to go in stage number 2. Y&R Bob actually holding on to that race lead for now, but big Lawrence VA 42 now showing to be second now in that number 89 car. In that 89, number 89 Motorhome Parts Chevy Camaro ZL1. He will be second now, and here comes Y&R. Oh, Y&R Bob overshots pit road, overshots it, and that is going to put Larson Fat 8842 to the race lead. Oh my goodness, what happened to Y&R Bob? He overshot pit road. That's the first time we actually seen that all day, but Larson Fat 8842 will hold on to that race lead for now. Let me see if I can scroll back to him, and yep, here he is. Larson Fat 42 is your race leader in that number 89 Morgan Shepherd Chevy Camaro ZL1, and he will not go to pit road and not do his service yet. I can't believe Y&R Bob actually overshot pit road. Let's see if he does it again. Nope, he does not. He actually makes it to pit road this time, and he will make his service. Oh, I think he might have got a speeding penalty on that one. Nope. Y&R Bob did not get a speeding penalty. He will be fine. Let's see if I can look at anybody else's stream and see. Let's see how. Oh, Hughes actually stopped his stream. What happened? He stopped his stream. Wow. That's strange, but looks like Hughes will actually be in the 4th spot as of now. No one else has actually made their stop as of now. Let me see if I can go to Motorsport. No one else is actually showing their positions as of now, so I do not know who the leader is as of now. But we hope you guys are having a good race today. Let's actually take a look at the chat while we're at it. Oh, well, thank you, Larson Fan. Doing pretty good so far. Just a lot of beating and banging out there, but we still got a long way to go. We still got a long stage 3 to go. We still got at least I think Hughes Moves is not the leader, so let me see who actually is the leader. So Um. So, Motorsport is actually right now currently scored to be second as of now. So, let's see if I can scroll over to him. So yeah, he is second as of now. I do not know who the leader is as of now. I think it might be Weiner above us. No, he's not. He's not on the lead lap. So. Oh yeah, Larson V842 hasn't made a stop yet. I forgot about that. So Larson V842 is actually scored as your race leader as of now. So whenever he actually goes to pit road, it actually makes a stop. That's gonna let Motorsport-Games to be the leader. But pretty good race so far. Larson Van holding on as the race leader. Motorsport is now second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I have a little bit of allergy today, but Larson Fade 842 is currently scored as your race leader. Let's see if he goes to bed right. Here comes some lap cars, and here comes some lead lap cars starting to catch up. Will he get in the way for them? Nope. Hughes gets by. Arrow gets by. And Brett gets by. So those guys will get back on the lead lap with Larson Fade 842 scoring as the race leader. As we still got one more stage to go here at Kansas Speedway for the Motorsport-Games Clash 300 here at Kansas. And look at HS Racing back there. And here comes Larson Fan 8842 coming down to pit road as just when I mentioned him, and he will go down to pit road and make his stop. And not only that, but Motorsport-Games has at least 4 laps of fuel in his tank, and he's gonna make it 3 once he gets back around. But I'm the only one commentating tonight. There's no one else. Runnings Racing was originally supposed to be commentating with me tonight. Apparently, he will not be able to. So, a very frustrating day for Robbins Racing. Robbins Racing, missed you, bud. We'll see you in a couple weeks for the Off Truck Series commentating. So Motorsport-Games will now cycle around as your race leader, but he still needs to pit. He only has 3 laps of fuel in his tank, as we actually have 4 laps to go in stage number 2. As we actually have 4 laps to go in stage number 2. I don't know if Arrow can. I don't even know if Motorsport can make it, because he still has. He only has at least 3 laps of fuel left, so he may run out before the line. So you never know. I think he possibly maybe just took tires only and probably just put a little bit of gas just to make it to the end of the stage. But Hughes is coming. Here comes Hughes. I think, yep, and Motorsport will get out of the way for Hughes, and Hughes will go possibly to the race lead. Let me see if he does. And yes, Hughes will actually be your race leader now here at Kansas, with Arrow Racing Designs in second and Bob and Brett in third. So Hughes Moves will now be your race leader now, with just 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Arrow Racing Designs trying to catch up and actually try to take that stage win away from Hughes Moves. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, but here he comes. But here he comes. It's going to be close as the white flag will wave for stage number 2. 1 lap to go for Hughes Moves, as Arrow Racing Designs really wants to catch up to Hughes, but I don't know if he has enough time to do it, as Brett is right now in third. And Arrow gets into the wall. Arrow Racing Designs hits the wall. That's gonna let Hughes Moves gonna pull away and take the stage win. And coming out of turn number 4, after a frustrating stage number 1, Hughes Moves comes out of 4 and will win stage number 2 here at Kansas. Wow, what a stage finish here for Hughes Moves. Hughes Moves will actually be your stage 2 winner. Your stage 1 winner was actually Motorsport-Games. So basically a junior motorsports stage victories for both of them. But I don't believe they're actually real teammates in the LF Truck Series, but But hey, it's just this is just a non-points paying race before the actual season starts in mid-October. This is early September, but if you let's just actually just to give a little bit of an ad. If you are guys a new subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the bottom left of your screen and click the notification bell for new LF Truck Series races during this season. Also, if you also are a fan of NASCAR and you're a fan of video games, you may now pre-order NASCAR Heat 4. Heat 4 will be available. There's 2 editions for Heat 4. Heat 4 will be available on the Gold Edition for Heat 4 will be released on September 10th of 2019. And then the standard version for Heat 4 will be released on September 13th. Well, here we go. Coming to the restart zone now. Coming to the restart zone, it's going to be Larson 42 as the leader, and YNR Bob in second. Hughes moves in third. Arrow Racing decides in fourth, and Brett Not a Tree in fifth. Green flag back in the air here at Kansas. With just 107 laps to go, it's in the race. With 107 laps to go here at Kansas. And look at this freight train. Look at the 5-car freight train on the bottom lane. Hughes is going to hold on and take the lead away. And yes, and Hughes moves will take the lead away. Oh, there's a wreck. Oh, Wider Bob gets into it. Limestone gets into it. Motorsport gets into it. Wider Bob also gets into it. Caution is out here at Kansas. Oh my goodness, what a crazy restart we had. And Arrow Racing Designs also got involved. Let's actually take a look at the replay, take a look back. I think I'm actually looking at Limestone stream because let me actually look back and take a look at his stream because someone got loose into turn 3 and 4, but I don't know who it was. But Arrow Racing Designs was actually pushing Motorsport Games, but I think he might have gave him a little bit of a nudge. It looks like Houston's probably hit the wall. Motorsport goes up into the track, gets into YNR Bob, gets into Limestone, gets into Hayes, and gets into Motorsport Games was involved. HS Racing was also involved. Limestone Butter was also involved, and a lot more are down. Well, very crazy restart here. That will not affect us as we will go back to Green Flag Racing with Larson 42 on the front row with Hughes moves. Green flag back in the air. Yeah, it looks like Larson Fan A42 is going to go to the inside for the race lead, but oh, that was a really good camera angle right there. If we actually did have a spotter cam for Heat 4. Looks like Larson Fan 42 will hold on to the race lead for now. Let's just hope they just don't have another wreck going into turn number 4 like they did the last restart. Yeah, it looks like Larson Fan A42 will hold on to the lead for now. It looks like they have a 3-wide situation back there. With Limestone Butter, HS Racing at Arrow Racing Designs. And Arrow Racing Designs also hits the wall. 4 wide here to turn number 1 with YNR Bob trying to make the inside run. Looks like they're going to go 4 wide again. Nope. Looks like they'll just say 2 by 2 behind Larson Fan 42. Hughes moves will actually take that spot away. Hughes moves will actually go. And here comes Hughes moves to the inside for the race's lead. Larson Fan 42 going to try to shut the door on him. Oh, no, not quite enough. And looks like Brett goes to the inside. He tries to make the pass on Hughes moves, but not quite enough as Hughes moves will actually shut the door on Brett. Very unfortunate there for Brett. I thought he would actually try to go to the lead there, but very unfortunate for Brett Not a Tree, but he holds on to that second spot now. He's going to try to chase down Hughes moves. So your top. So let's take a look at your rundown. So let's take a look at your LF Truck Series mid-race report, sponsored by the LF Truck Series. Let's take a look at your full rundown of the leaderboard, brought to you by the LF Truck Series. Actually brought to you by Motorsport-Games. So Hughes Moves is actually your leader right now. He actually won stage number 2. For this race. Very good job by him, as he will actually be your leader. Second place is actually the number 5 of YNR Bob. He actually had a pretty struggling day with his car, but he feels pretty happy about his car, and he feels like he's going to be good to the end. As we have a side-by-side battle back there for third, but that's going to give the third spot to Brett. Brett is third right now in the number 00 goldbowling.com Ford Mustang. Fourth is the number 89 of Larson Fit 842 in the Racing with Jesus Motorhome Parts Chevy Camaro ZL1 in that Morgan Shepherd Camaro ZL1. And fifth place right now is the number 88 of Motorsport-Games in that Hellman's Mayonnaise Chevy Camaro ZL1 driven by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Sixth place is Aero Racing Designs in that GMS Fabrications, number 20. And we got a wreck! Larson Fed 842 off course. Is that going to be a caution? And HS Racing is also around with Limestone Butter. And will that be a caution? No, it will not. HS Racing will hold. Oh my gosh. No caution at all. We stay green. No caution at all. Well, that's actually... Oh! And HS Racing gets into Limestone Butter. And that is a caution! Oh my goodness gracious. We actually have a caution here at with just 98 laps to go on lap 102. Well, actually, lap 103. I don't know what HS Racing was thinking about hitting Limestone Butter. I didn't think Limestone Butter was actually going to go up there. But the top two cars will actually pit with Y&R Bob. I think Y&R Bob will actually pit as well. But nope, Hughes Wheels will actually stay out for that. So sorry about that. But it looks like everybody will actually pit except for Hughes. Hughes will actually stay out and actually be your race leader. So it will be Hughes on the front row with Limestone Butter in second, Y&R Bob third. Brett Not a Tree in fourth, and Aero Racing Designs in fifth. Green flag back in the air with just I believe 107 laps in with just 93 laps to go. I believe it's 93. Nope, 94 laps to go here at Kansas. And a little bit slicing dicing back there. HS Racing hits the apron just a little bit, and here comes the 5 and 7 going for it. Y&R Bob trying to go to the outside of Hughes moves, not going to be able to make the pass. Top 4 single file as of now, but it looks like Aero Racing decides to try to go to the inside. Here comes HS Racing onto the inside of Motorsport for the 7th spot, and HS Racing will lose that 7th spot. Top 3 single file as of now. Looks like Hughes moves will hold on to the lead for now. And it looks like Y&R Bob will actually slide up the racetrack a little bit. That's going to open the door for Aero Racing Designs to actually make the pass. He's going to shut the door on Aero Racing Designs. Bob is actually going to shut the door on Aero down the back. That might cost him a little bit. I don't think Aero is going to be happy about that. But here comes Brett Not a Tree up to the inside for the second spot. It looks like 4 wide for the race lead. 4 wide for the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead now. And looks like Y&R Bob is actually going to take the lead away from... a little bit sideways. And Larson 842 hits the wall just a little bit. Y&R Bob trying to hold on to that spot for now, but it looks like very dicey through the most part of this race. But it looks like Aero Racing decided, Aero gets a little bit loose. Is he going to hit the wall? Nope, he's not. Why? So let's actually take a look at your Larson Fan Truck Series mid-race report brought to you by Motorsport-Games. So it looks like Aero Racing Designs is currently shown as your leader in the number 23 GMS. Brett Not a Tree all the way to the apron. And he is going to go around and he is going to save that car. No caution, we stay green. No caution, we stay green. It looks like, so let's give you your mid-race reports brought to you by Motorsport-Games. So it looks like Aero Racing Designs will be your race leader in the number 23 GMS Fabrications Chevy Camaro ZL1 scored as your race leader. Second place, HS Racing into the wall just a little bit, but that's not gonna matter. Second place is the number 5 Flying J pilotflyingj.com Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Y&R Bob. Third place is the number 7 of Hughes Moves in that number 1. In that number 7, Sabi Man. I don't know how you pronounce the sponsor of that one. Sabi Junior Motorsports Chevy Camaro ZL1 in that third spot. Fourth place is gonna let's just wait until this sorts out. Let's just sort this out just a little bit. At HS Racing will be fourth place in that number 22 discount tire Ford Mustang. No, he will not. And Motorsport-Games will be fourth in that number 88 Hellman's Mayonnaise Chevy Camaro 01. Fifth place will go to HS Racing in that number 22 American Tire discount tire Ford Mustang. Sixth place will go to the number 35 Spark Energy Sparking.com Spark Energy Resources 35 of Limestone Butter. Sixth place will actually go to the number 00 of, I think he's six. No, it's not. Yeah, sixth place is Limestone Butter. Seventh place is the 00 of Brett Not a Tree. And eighth place is Larson Fan 8842. So let's actually pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Larson Fan Truck Series YouTube channel, your home for the Larson Fan Truck Series. You are watching the... Well, welcome back, everybody. If you're just tuning in with us, welcome back to the Motorsport-Games Clash 300 here at Kansas Speedway for the Larson Fan Truck Series. Aero Racing Designs is currently shown as your race leader. Or no, yeah, I think he is. Yeah, Aero Racing Designs is currently shown as your race leader. Weiner Bob in second, and Hughes moves in third. As we only have a 3-car breakaway now with Aero Racing Designs, Weiner Bob, and Hughes moves. Hughes moves trying to take that second spot away from Weiner Bob, but I don't think he will be able to make the pass on that. The reason why we paused 10 seconds for station identification, that was for... And oh, Brett, I think... oh, Brett came out of it. Okay, never mind. As looks like we have a battle for fourth place heating up with the 22, 88, and 35. HS Racing will hold on to that spot for now, but Limestone Butter trying to take that fourth spot away. Oh, contact made between the 88 and 15, 88 and 35. But that is not going to be a factor as of now. HS Racing will hold on to that fourth spot with Limestone in fifth and Motorsport-Games in sixth. And Brett Not a Tree will also be in the seventh spot. Brett Not a Tree will be in the seventh spot with not HS Racing. Larson Fan 42 in eighth. So not much progression going on to the chat as of now. Not many people are actually being so aggressive here since this is the final stage. A lot of people actually like to go aggressive here in the final stage, but I don't think that's actually going to be a factor. But here comes Hughesman trying to battle Weiner Bob for that second place spot. I don't think that is going to matter, but sorry for my allergies, guys, but looks like Aero Racing Designs will hold on to the race lead with Hughes moves in second. Weiner Bob is now going to be scored in third place. HS Racing in fourth. Limestone Butter will be in sixth. Motorsport-Games in fifth. Brett Not a Tree will be in seventh. And Larson Fan 42 routes out the 8-car field. We hope y'all are enjoying the Kansas Lottery, not the Kansas Lottery, but the Motorsport-Games Clash 300 here at Kansas Speedway. Not much shaking up going on right now. Let's actually if you haven't already, like I said before we started stage number 3, NASCAR Heat 4 is actually up for pre-orders as of now. The games the Gold Edition comes out within less than a week. The Standard Edition comes out within more than a week, with just a little over a week before we transfer to Heat 4. But if you haven't already, we will actually have some races coming up soon. You won't be able to see it on your screen, but We will have the Let's Go Green, and oh, Hughes moves, goes to pit road. I actually remember because he actually stayed out before that stage ended, so it looks like he will actually make his service here, and that will put Aero Racing Designs as the race leader with Weiner Bob in second, HS Racing in third, Motorsports in fourth, and Limestone Butter in fifth. Racing Fan 24842, how you doing? I'd rather see Wild Racing right now. Teehee. Good one, Racing Fan. It looks like Aero Racing Designs actually catching up to lap traffic, and another one going to pit road, and that is Limestone Butter. Limestone Butter will actually come down and make his service. Motorsport 42 will actually stay out, and he will actually try to at least get at least one of his laps back, but I don't think that's really going to matter as the second place starting to heat up with HS Racing on the top, Weiner Bob on the bottom. A lot of people actually do make a little bit of big runs on the top with Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson actually does really good high line runs as HS Racing just pulled that off, like you just saw on your screen. Yeah, Kyle Larson actually likes to run the high line at these mile and a halves like Chicago and Kansas, which we're racing at right now. But you can't really be able to make the passes on the bottom of the racetrack. But you never know what's gonna happen. But it's just a heck of a good racing out here today. But Aero Racing Designs will actually be your race leader as of now. As Weiner Bob is actually going to score third. But here comes Motorsport coming up into the picture now for they're trying to battle for that third spot. As it looks like not many people being so aggressive here, so it looks like Aero Racing Design will be your leader. HS Racing will be in second, Weiner Bob in third, Motorsport-Games in fourth, and Motorsport 42 fifth, currently one lap down. So only 4 cars on the lead lap. That is Aero Racing Designs actually goes to pit road, and he's going to go make his service. That's going to transfer the lead over to HS Racing now in that number 22 discount tire Ford Mustang. And it looks like HS Racing will hold on to the lead with just over a 0.3 of a second lead over Weiner Bob. And here comes Motorsport-Games try to go to the outside of Weiner Bob for the second spot. Can he be able to make the pass? No! Oh, Motorsport hits the wall. That's going to cost him a little bit, and that's going to give Weiner Bob the advantage going out to the top, and that's going to put Motorsport-Games on the pit road. So only 2 cars will actually stay on the lead lap as of now with HS Racing and Weiner Bob. HS Racing currently scored as your race leader, and here comes Aero off of pit road. You better watch out because Motorsport 42 comes out of pit road, and here comes Hughes moves also comes out of pit. Not coming out of pit road, but oh my goodness! What in the world was Hughes moves doing? I think he got loose out of the turn, but HS is saying thank you. Don't want to caution out, but actually he would actually really want to caution because he actually would like a caution out because he's actually shown as the race leader with Weiner Bob in second. So if the caution actually does come out now, HS Racing and Weiner Bob will actually stay on the lead lap, and Motorsport-Games will actually possibly get his lap back. But Motorsport 42 is actually now shown to be third place now, so he will actually be the third place car. If the caution actually does come out now, he will actually get that lap back. And there's a car in the wall. That is Motorsport-Games. And he gets into Limestone. Limestone also into the wall. And it looks like, oh, here comes Brett. And Motorsports is out of the race. Motorsport-Games is out of this race. He is out. He is out of this race. He is out of the race. Motorsport-Games will actually be out of the race. So a very unfortunate day for him, so let's actually listen to his little bit of a communication back there.
You keep up the track, -4. Oh, fuck this game. I'm done. I fucking hate this shit.
Well, he just decided to rage quit, so Motorsport will actually not be the race leader now, so HS Racing will actually hold on to the race lead, so I don't know why I'm thinking, but apparently that was really unfortunate for Motorsport-Games, so he actually decided to rage quit the game, and we do apologize for that, a little bit of a rage there for him. But HS Racing will currently score as the race leader with Weiner Bob in second. Larson Bay 42 in third. Aero Racing Designs in fourth. Hughes moves in fifth. I mean, actually look at Limestone Stream and see where everybody else is. Limestone Butter will actually be sixth, and Brett Not a Treat in seventh. At Motorsport Games, the first one out of the race. So, only one car out of the race so far, so that's Motorsport Games, so he is out of the race. Let's actually transfer back over to Weiner Bob stream. So actually, let's go back over to him. So HS Racing and Weiner Bob only have 5 laps of fuel into their tanks, so we may possibly see them go to pit road, possibly here in the next 5 to 6 laps, possibly. So we're probably going to see some more green flag pit stops coming into play here at Kansas Speedway. But we just want to thank everybody for coming. We just want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight and joining us here at Kansas Speedway for the Motorsport Games Kansas Lottery 3 Motorsport Games Clash 300. But Motorsport Games actually decided to rage quit the league. I don't know why he actually decided to rage quit the race, but it looks like we got a 3-car shakeup going on here with Lars Fade 42, Hughes Moves, and Aero Racing Designs. Not much playing out going so far, so I actually want to listen back to Hughes Moves' stream and see what happened. So apparently, it wasn't Hughes Moves' fault. It was actually Motorsport's fault because he actually decided to come up on the racetrack and actually go right in front of Hughes Moves. And that probably cost Hughes Moves a little bit of time on that one. So very unfortunate for Hughes Moves. I may have to talk to him about post race after that. So it looks like unfortunate day so far for Motorsport Games, but we stay green so far. Let's actually look at Bob's stream. So he's going to pit road with HS Racing as well. HS Racing pitting from the race lead. So good racing so far, but we'll be back in just a couple seconds. Let's have a little bit of a break on the YouTube live stream. You are watching the LF Truck Series Clash at Kansas, and you are watching the LF Truck Series here at Kansas. You're watching the LF Truck Series. You're home for the LF Truck Series. Welcome back to the Motorsports Games Clash here at Kansas Speedway. As I don't even know who the race leader is now because the closest I can get is Lars Fade 42, and he has the closest stream I can get to see who actually is the race leader is Limestone Butter, because I do not know who the race leader is. I believe it's Aero Racing Designs. I believe so. Green flag pit stop still trying to shake out here. I believe Larson Fade 42 is second right now, but Larson Fade 42 is currently shown to be third. HS Racing, he's done a pretty good job so far. He's actually my best friend though. But let's actually not get off topic. But so the two leaders, HS Racing and Weiner Bob, they both pitted because I think they probably did a little bit of shorter runs, but I don't know what to expect. But Limestone Butter actually goes into the third spot, and yes, Aero Racing Designs is your race leader. Race leader as of now is Aero Racing Designs, but here comes Hughes Moves. Hughes Moves. Hughes Moves here. Hughes moving up into the second spot, And the battle for the lead trying to shake up here at Kansas Speedway with Hughes moves and Arrow Racing decides. Arrow almost hits the wall just a little bit, but I don't think that's going to matter as of now, as they only have just a as Arrow Racing decides it's only just within 2/10 of and Hughes is only about 2-3 on Arrow Racing decides. A caution may actually shake things up because HS Racing and Wider Bob are actually still on the lead lap as of now after they made those green flag pit stops. When those two cars on the lead lap. So still got a long way to go. 61 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. If you are actually new to this live stream, please go ahead and actually hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you don't want to miss any LF Truck Series racing action here at Kansas Speedway. Just not shaking up so much as we complete lap 141 of a scheduled 200 laps here at Kansas. We only have 60 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway, as Arrow Racing Designs is currently your race leader with Hughes moves in second. With only 60 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. 59 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway as we complete lap 142 of 200 laps here at Kansas Speedway. Limestone, I'm actually looking at Limestone Butter stream because he's still on the lead lap. As they basically only have about 5 seconds. If these two actually both wreck and if they don't get a caution, then Limestone Butter will actually take that race lead away. That's everything cycle through with only 58 laps to go here at Kansas. And Brett Not a Tree is actually up pit road, and he's going to come out and come back out and try to log some laps in. Well off the pace, just trying to log some laps now. And Larson Fan actually going to come out down to pit road and have his stop as well. And again, we do apologize again, we do apologize for that little curse they got out of Motorsport-Games. He decided to rage quit the league ever since he decided to come up on Hughes moves. And here comes Larson Fan 42 coming down to pit road. The pole setter was actually the I don't know who it was, but I don't know who the race leader was at the time. So Arrow Racing Designs will hold on to the race lead for now. And let's actually look. And let's see. Here we go. So Weiner Bob will actually crack into the top 5 now, and HS Racing will crack into the top 5 as well, and he will run 4th. HS Racing is now 4th, and Weiner Bob is 5th. This is the, and if you didn't, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Motorsport-Games Class 300 here at Kansas Speedway. Very sort out racing here today, as we have a battle shaking up for the lead, as Arrow Racing Design is actually catching up to lap traffic now. Lap traffic may come into a play for Arrow Racing Designs and Hughes, for Arrow and Hughes. Hughes actually won his stage. Motorsport actually was the stage 1 winner, but he actually rage quit the league with just about lap like 130 and 130, between lap 130 and 135. But Lawrence Fan 842 is actually may come into play as a lap trafficker, as Hughes Bills will actually come down a pit road and have his stop. Arrow Racing Designs will actually hold on to the lead, as we only have with just only let's see, once Limestone comes around, because I don't think Arrow is streaming at all, so Limestone is streaming as of now, and he will have 54 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. I believe Arrow is actually coming down to pit road this time, and yes, Arrow Racing Designs will come down to pit road and have his stop, as I believe Hughes is still on pit road. I believe, yes, Hughes is still on pit road, and he is coming out now. And let's see if if Arrow Racing Designs could actually hold on to that race lead. If he did get a penalty, that will give the lead back to Hughes, and Limestone is actually a race leader. And Limestone hits the wall. Here comes HS Racing to the inside for the race lead, and HS Racing will take the top spot away from Limestone Butter. Limestone actually hit the wall. And here comes Weiner Bob on the end, trying to take that second spot away from Limestone. Very unfortunate day for Limestone after hitting the wall and losing 2 spots. And HS Racing will now shuffle back and actually be your race leader as everything shuffled through. So HS Racing and Weiner Bob will actually shuffle around and be your top 2 as of now. Arrow Racing Designs actually coming back out off of pit road. And can he stay in front of Hughes Moves? And yes, Arrow Racing Designs will stay in front of Hughes Moves. And the lead is starting to heat up with and Limestone going to pit road now, pitting from 3rd place in that number 35 Spark Energy Resources Chevy Carousel 1. And HS Racing hits the wall a little bit. That's going to open the door for Weiner Bob to go to the inside. Weiner Bob side by side for the race lead. And HS Racing with the big throttle off the top. He will take the lead away and take the top spot. HS Racing holding on to the lead for now. Looks like he will hold on to that race lead for now as Weiner Bob will actually fall back into second now with him. And I'm surprised my stream hasn't cut out, so very surprisingly. But and here comes Weiner Bob back onto the inside for the race lead. Here comes Weiner Bob trying to take the lead away from HS Racing. You remember these two actually battled earlier, but I think Limestone Butter actually overshot pit road. I think he overshot pit road. Yes! Oh my gosh, Limestone Butter actually overshot pit road twice in one green flag pit stop. Let's see if he comes back down and try to make his stop again. Let me see where he's at. There he is right there. I think he tried to pit, but apparently that was very unfortunate for Limestone Butter. And here he comes back to pit road once again. Let's see if he overshoots it again. I think he might have got a speeding penalty on that one. And he did. Yep, Limestone Butter was too fast. And the black flag is out for the number 35 Spark Energy Resources Chevy Camaro's ZL1, and Limestone Butter got a penalty. He will have to wait in his pit box for 15 seconds, and that is very unfortunate for Limestone Butter. So a very frustrating penalty for Limestone Butter. He was doing so good at the beginning, and then he lost it at the end. But meanwhile, fight for the lead starting to heat up with Weiner Bob and HS Racing. As we only have, let me see on Bob's stream. We only have 47 laps to go here. We are just 3/4 of the way through. Hold your breath now, guys, because we still got at least about 47 laps to go here. 46.5 laps to go here at Kansas, and it looks like, and Limestone will actually be scored about I believe 2 laps down after that penalty. Meanwhile, HS Racing and Weiner Bob are actually the only 2 cars on the lead lap. Arrow Racing Designs and Hughes Moves were the only 2 cars that actually pitted under that green. Hughes and Arrow were actually the first 2 cars that actually came down and have their green flag pit stop. But if these two actually pit, if these two both pit at the same time, then that will actually shuffle back around, and they will actually, because it's a long pit road here at Kansas. Pit road speed's actually 45 miles an hour here, just like any other mile and a half, like Texas, Charlotte, Chicago, Kansas, Kentucky, and I believe Darlington as well, but and Atlanta and Vegas. So any other mile, any mile and a half will probably be like at least 45, 40. Oh, HS Racing into the grass. Can he save it? Yes, he does. What a save for HS Racing. What a save for HS Racing. Let's listen to his radio after that save.
If Arrow wins, then he doesn't give Arrow things. If anyone wins, That's kind of. Yeah. I'll do the HS.
Okay, well I don't think HS Racing is not that serious about that save, but HS Racing is after that save. HS Racing is now caught back up to Weinar Bob. They still got they still have to. I think these guys have to at least pit one more time, or I believe 2 more times, unless caution comes out late in the going. Nothing else much further back, but Weinar Bob is now scoring your race leader. HS Racing in second. Aero Racing Designs in third. Hughes moves in fourth. Larson for N8042 in fifth. Hold your breath, guys, because this race is actually scheduled for 200 laps. This race is scheduled for 200 laps. This race is still scheduled for 200 laps. And surprisingly not that many cautions. I actually was right when I talked to Larson earlier today, and I said not that many cautions, as we only have 42 laps to go on Weinar Bob's stream. 42 laps to go, as Weinar Bob and HS Racing will now enter their fuel window now. No more stage racing, no more stage cautions. We'll probably be green for the rest of the race unless we get a late caution in the going. But we stay green as of now, but I think we'll probably be good for now until the end of the stage. Larson Van 42 hits the wall just a little bit. That's probably going to open the door for Limestone to catch up. And if Larson Van HS Racing get Weinar Bob actually coming down to pit road, and here comes Aero Racing Designs and Hughes moves. These two actually want to get back onto the lead lap now. And Aero actually going to go to the bottom of HS Racing. He will actually do the slide job on Aero. And oh my goodness, what a pass for Aero Racing Designs. And HS Racing goes way loose. What a save for HS Racing. And Aero will get back onto the lead lap. I believe Weinar Bob and HS Racing will have to pit next time by. I believe, ever since Aero Racing Designs and Hughes moves, we'll get back to the lead lap. Hughes moves will probably make the pass going into turn number 1 on Weinar Bob, because Weinar Bob is actually on older tires and Hughes moves is actually on pressure tires. So you never know, because I believe these guys actually have to pit one more time in this final stage, but gosh, Dad's already calling for dinner already. But as Aero and Hughes will actually get back onto the lead lap now. If HS Racing and Weinar Bob actually keep going like this, that's gonna actually let Hughes moves and Aero Racing Designs actually extend their lead, and that's gonna put them both 1 lap down possibly if they don't get a penalty. And yes, Bob just got his fuel warning, so as we only have at least 38 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. Just 38 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. Hold your breath, guys, because we're coming into the final 30 laps of this race here tonight in Kansas. Still got a long way to go, guys. Just about 38 to 37 laps to go. As we only have 4 cars on the lead lap. That is Weinar Bob, HS Racing, Aero Racing Designs, and Hughes moves. Larson 84. Oh my goodness! I think HS Racing hit the wall just a little bit. Weinar Bob trying to go down to pit road, and yes, Weinar Bob will actually go down to pit road, and that's going to give the lead to HS Racing now. I believe HS Racing is actually going to pit next time by. Let's see. Yeah, HS Racing is starting to lose a little bit of fuel there in that number 22. Oh, he's sputtering. Yeah, he's sputtering. 22 is sputtering, and that number 5 will actually go down to pit road and have his